Why isn't it working?
I'm calling you.
Okay, that's weird. As far as I know, we are up. I'm not sure why I can't connect with you, but that's getting kind of weird. Here, I'm going to close this. I'm going to refresh this. Hello? Oh, there we go.
There you are.
Now let's see if I can get this in the exact place I had it before. How does that look? Good, bad, ugly?
Move it up a little bit more. Up. Down. Right there.
You got me going up and down. You can't stop.
It is 7:58.
7:58. About to do it. Alright, now I can see the chat, but I can't see my other stuff. Let me move this.
Do we have anybody there yet?
JT's there. What's up, buddy boy?
Hi, JT. I know he can't hear me yet. That was for the...
He can hear you.
Oh.
Theoretically, he can hear. If he can't hear you, we're having a different problem. I'm trying to find...
Oh, well, I didn't know you'd gone live yet.
Oh, yeah, that happened already. You got to go live at 8-ish or a little before.
Oh, he said, hello, guys. Hello, JT.
He said it sounds good. Nice.
Well, I always sound good.
That's wildly inaccurate, but that's fine. I'm going to try to put this in a place that makes sense. Can you see it?
I don't need to see it because I see it over here.
The chat?
Yeah, I see it on the bottom of the...
Yeah, I guess I can see it there too, huh? All right, well...
Well, because you got to remember, because your Twitch, what you have set up as our Twitch channel,
Yeah.
is your Google Hangouts picture. So that
Oh, I
whole
got
thing
it.
is my whole screen. See?
Yeah. You hitting the mic, though? Not helping. That's great. Welcome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Welcome to pre-show.
Oh, my God. You should have heard the last 10 minutes.
What, you mean all the bits of you sneezing and...
Well, I'm on medication. I am sick. JT knows. I warned him earlier because I knew he'd be tuning in. And, yeah, that's just how it's going to be, dude. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Here's to you, JT.
No, I'm not. Cheers. I'm just kidding. Cheers, buddy. Yeah. If you should hear some of our blooper reels, dude. It's fucking chaos. I'll tell you that. Anyway, can you say you have your mic on? Can you say a couple things?
Couple things.
I just want to make sure we're good over there. And then I'm going to turn.
I'm a badass motherfucker.
Oh,
Shut
yeah.
your mouth.
Now you see what I'm dealing with every week. All right, I got to get the bumpers.
Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal.
Come on.
I have a lighter going.
That's funny. Okay, bumpers.
Tuesday's gone with the wind.
You know, I almost rewatched that the other day. I love that movie.
Days?
Dazed and Confused. I love that.
Oh, you know what I finally saw the other day was Everybody Wants Some.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 80s movie by Linklater. It's like
Isn't
this.
it good?
It was pretty damn decent. It takes place in the 80s, and it's at a college, and it's about it's all centered around a baseball team.
I'm gonna say it's pretty bad.
No, it's actually. I mean, it's very similar to. It's very similar to Dazed and Confused. You know, they could be bumpers, they could be intros, they could be promos, they could be spots.
All those are under the umbrella of bumper, though, right? Because so you can use bumper interchangeably with any of those things, correct?
Well, yeah. Now that we are podcast professionals, it's whatever we damn well please.
Oh, that's so stupid. All right, I gotta make sure my wife has her keys. Then we're good. Sorry for the sniffles ahead of time. Anybody that happens to be watching this madness. Oh, hello. I'm working on it. All right, Kate's coming home soon. Got that for later. Anything else we need to do before we start, sir?
Sir is Smodcast Internet Radio.
JT, are they really bumpers? Look, I don't think
That's
we
why
actually...
I brought it up.
No, I get it, but...
See, I actually pay attention to our Twitch stream.
I have 2 screens. I got a lot going on. I'm trying to make sure we're all good.
You know what I have?
Don't answer. Don't.
I have the littlest violin in the world, and it's playing just for you.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's great.
I also have a PhD. A pretty huge.
Nope. Nobody wants to hear any of that. Oh. All right. Well, okay. So I can see it over here, and I can see over here. I'll just make a point of checking it out here and there.
We sent a pre-show tweet about 10 minutes ago, JT.
Yes, indeed. I did not put it in whatchamacallit.
Oh, yeah. Put it in the chats.
You can put it in the thingy. I mean, we're alive now, so that's happening. Oops, did I put it in there? Did I ever press send?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, yeah. No, there it is. Share tweet via. Copy link to tweet. This is me trying to work the Twitter, which it's not really a thing.
He's pretty much like a 60-year-old man that's learning how to use a calculator for the first time.
Wait, who's older?
Skeen, I'm Batman.
Poor Skeen, dude. What if he was listening?
He is.
And you called him old? Skeen?
No, Skeen's on right now, and he just asked why no Batman cowl.
Oh, Skeen! He called you old, dude.
No, I did not.
Yeah, you did.
I said, I'm Batman.
No, that's not good. Where's the other chat? Oh, Influencer Squad. That's the other one. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool. Thanks, JT.
Listeners, Marshall does not pay any attention to you, and
No.
I am...
I at least have an excuse. I have a cold.
You're old?
I'm going to fucking kill you. It's too early in the show. We haven't even started. We need to start, though. We need to start with me not fucking up the intro this time.
Yeah, we went... Seriously, guys...
Sorry for the language, by the way. I don't know if... I mean, I put in...
No, we put explicit for the... That's why we're taking advantage of this, because usually we're hamstrung by iTunes. Well, I'm not.
Hamstrung?
Skiing, I'm right up there with you, dude. But,
Yeah, no. I'm a couple months away from the old 38.
oh, God. Why don't you whine about it?
Look, I'm having a bit of a midlife crisis already. The wife and I established this over the weekend.
Dude, you're still in your 30s. Chill.
Yeah, well, might as well be 40.
I'm in my 5th decade, and I'm okay with it.
5th decade. Yeah, I guess that's technically correct.
Yes.
Just sounds weird. What's up, Kid Lee? Thanks for hosting us. If you are doing that, I think you are.
I clicked on the mature warning.
What?
I'm reading the Twitch stream.
I'm looking at it too, but it's very small, and we're already fighting.
And
This is bad.
okay, first you're complaining about technology. Now you're complaining about the size of the text.
All right.
Do you want me to get you a pair of reading glasses with those things that hang on so you don't lose them because they fall off your face?
I'm about to mute you, and we're gonna go ahead and start the show. 'Cause I hate you. All right, we are gonna do this thing. This isn't bad.
No, this is good.
A 10-minute pre-show.
No, that's pretty average for us.
This should I have to edit out of this thing. I tell you what. Anyway, I feel like my voice is low. I can't really hear myself.
Oh, I hear you every goddamn day.
How's that? Oh, that's a little better.
Yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay.
Plus, you're not using your teacher voice yet.
Oh, that's right. I'm not hollering into the mic. I can barely. You know what it is?
You don't have the energy to. Yeah.
No.
Oh, you can't hear.
My ears. I have a cold, so
Yeah.
I'm all jacked up. All right. Cool. Let's see if I don't screw up this first thing here. Here we go. Oh, I have to mute you.
Hey, Kid Lee, what's up?
I'm muting you.
Blast came from the Death Star. That thing's operational.
Dr. Ben. Now might be a really good time for you to get angry.
That's my secret, Cat. I'm always angry.
Hello and welcome to episode 84 of The Usual Podcast, a podcast where we discuss Star Wars The Old Republic, the Star Wars franchise, and geek and pop culture. I'm your host, Marshall, and with me, as always, doing a weird dance in the intro is my co-host, Will. Now they can see you, buddy. How you doing?
We are live.
Well, and you were loud. Hello.
Uh,
That was your teacher voice.
yeah. Well, it was my. It was something.
Yeah, no, it was definitely something. Maybe it's just my earphones. And yeah, here we are, dude. Our first live show.
I'm excited.
Yeah, well, it's something.
I'm guessing I probably shouldn't have worn a white T-shirt because I'm a little, washed out.
It's not the best.
I hate you so much.
There you go. Well, it's only 10 seconds in. You already said it. Good job. Anyway, we're just sitting here enjoying our usual frosty beverages. What you got, dude? I know you don't like it, but I gave you a beer, and that's important.
Yeah, it's actually not all right. Well, first of all, we had dinner a little bit ago, and I enjoyed a nice Blue Moon. Something nice and crisp and refreshing for dinner. But
I don't like Blue
Moon. I'm not an IPA fan, and you know this, but you decided to give me a Sierra Nevada Spring Special 2017 Beer Camp Golden IPA. It's their spring seasonal for this year, and it actually is not overwhelmingly hoppy, which is what kills me. So, because whenever I drink a really hoppy mess, it's like I'm licking a juniper tree.
Wow, that's extreme. I'm drinking that as well, but I'm almost done with it. I wanted to make sure we talked about it last week, but this is the one they do every year.
Yeah,
it's a different spring seasonal. I love their one from last year. I think last year was their tropical IPA. What I'll be having a little bit later, though, and I told some of our folks in the chat room I'll be having this. This is Ballast Point. I picked this up over the weekend. Dorado double IPA. Look, you can kind of see it. Look, we're not an audio medium solely anymore. This is a 10% monstrosity. I made the mistake of having a couple of these over the weekend. I had that little getaway with the wife. I guess my bedtime on vacation while drinking Dorado is 8:30. The wife will tell you it's 8:30.
Yeah, the Ballast Point's a good brewing company. I like their not the Slam & Salmon. That's the one you get. Sculpin.
Yeah.
Yes, Sculpin is
and
good.
That's an IPA, dude, that I could drink all day long.
Yeah,
But
that's an IPA that's really not hoppy, so it's not. It's crisp, which is one of the reasons why I like Pilsners because they're a little bit crisper.
well, I also thought you'd like this one, but you don't. So here
No,
we
it's
are.
good.
That's cool, dude.
It's not as actually. What's a really good seasonal is I really like that Oktoberfest that Skeen sent us from the brewery in Indiana.
Sun King, yeah.
Sun King, yeah, that was a really good
I want to live
Oktoberfest beer.
I kind of want to live at that brewery.
It is really good. And actually, who else has yeah, it's one time at beer camp. Thanks, GT. But I'm not actually a huge Sam Adam fan, but their winter and October seasonals are usually really, really good.
They're hit or miss, in my opinion. But.
Yeah, as a brewery, actually, I'm not a huge Sierra Nevada fan. This is the first one I've actually pretty much liked.
Yeah. Well, here we are, dude.
We are live, and we are getting ready to do a nice, fun show. We're ready to have a fun.
But before we get started, if you have comments or questions, you can find us at theusualpodcast.com. Email us at theusualpodcast@gmail.com. And, of course, we're on Facebook, Google+, Pinterest, Instagram, and now Twitch and YouTube eventually once I figure it out.
So about 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, roughly. I'm at Darth Pops on Twitter. Will is at I'm Will Griggs. We're on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Google Play. Take the time, if you're just finding us, give us a rating. Positive rating would be nice.
Any ratings. I mean, we're really only worth 1 or 2 stars, but...
Wow. At least 3. Don't cut yourself that
when
low.
I'm on point, yeah, but
You are not on point. Anyway, we have the timestamps in the show notes for non-SWTOR fans. And, of course, if you're not watching live, that'll be after the fact. But if you are here, stay with us, and we'll jump around and do our things that we do. But before we get to SWTOR, I do want to give a shout-out to those people in the chat room. So thanks for joining us. There are a few of you in there. Kid Lee is hosting our stream as well, which I think is awesome. Thank you for doing that.
yes, thank you so much.
And Curly and Run is absolutely correct. You are never, ever on point. Boom. So thanks for being
Ouch.
there. JT's in there. Curly and Run's in there. Skeen's in there. So all our favorite folks. And supporting us on this new adventure that could be literally a train wreck.
I don't know. After that last comment by Curly and Run, I might be heading out the door.
Well, it is what it is. I'm not that worried about it. Anyway,
No, not
man,
so much.
So I just want to say we'll do our best to keep an eye on the chat. I get distracted and I start ranting, and then I'm hoping Will can kind of pick up the slack on that.
Yeah, he's a ranter.
Anyway, you might also be wondering why we have Logan on the right side of our stream, and that's because that's one of the trailers that just came out that we're going to be watching later in the show.
And be forewarned, it is red band. Not that the curse words we've already said are not, but
We're not saying curse words now because we're recording. That was pre-show us. There's a difference between pre-show us and current show us.
Well, I always swear during current show anyways, and you just cut it out.
Yeah, but it's a pain in the butt. If you could just stick to the script, we'd be okay.
We have a script?
Oh, for God's sake. Okay.
Okay, no, I just want, what I was saying is with Logan, this is a red band trailer, and it's actually supposed to be uber violent. I haven't watched it yet, but the X-23 is supposed to be really violent in it.
Yeah, I can't wait. I saw some cool things on Twitter about X-23. So that's just a precursor to our third section of the show.
Yeah, section 3.
Yeah, here we are.
The usual roundup.
Yeah, so before we get to any of that stuff, episode 85 will be next week. Okay, that's literally the week of our... Dude, so if you're going to watch chat, you can't laugh the whole time because I'm talking, I'm saying things.
I always laugh off.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
this actually, no, I was just laughing because Mock said he didn't realize he was on CR's login.
What's up, Mox?
I thought it was Jesse, but, hey, Mox.
Jesse's not on Curly and Run.
Oh, right. Well, she used to,
Yeah, hey, just so you know, those people that are here, that's the kind of crap I cut out of the show. Okay.
Sorry.
So episode 85, which will be next week, is our 2-year anniversary next week.
I know, right? You
Yeah.
think we'd know what we're doing by now.
No, we're just starting new things. So that's stupid. But the main thing, dude, that I want to talk about is I'm gonna throw some emails out to the community. It'd be kind of fun to see if people want to talk smack, and I'll put it in the show post. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you want to send us well wishes or smack talk or something for our 2-year anniversary, feel free to do that. All our stuff is on our website.
Yeah.
Hit us up, send me a tweet, something like that. And we're going to do a contest.
Yes, we are. I'm excited about this.
And I don't have any prizes yet. No, I do. I do have some prizes. Pippi socks, Pippi's Long Stockings, my wife's shop. Well, I own it too, but whatever. We have these awesome Star Wars socks in there right now.
Oh, and I got some for Christmas. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, so you get light side, dark side. There's all kinds of stuff. So we're going to do that for one of the prizes. We are going to do, I got a Funko box it's a Smuggler's Bounty.
Yeah,
all intact.
they sent out a whole bunch of free holiday boxes. I got one, and it was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Don't tell them it's free. Just kidding, dude. So yeah, I got a free box in the mail. You got one too, right? What'd you get? Guardians of the Galaxy? You're hitting the mic. See, this is why now people are seeing what I deal with every week.
Yes.
On the freaking...
Yes, I got a Guardians of the Galaxy box, so it's cool. I got a Star-Lord mug.
Indeed. And I got one I already had. So I am willing to give that entire box out to one of the winners. I don't know how we're going to structure it yet, but here's what we want to do. Since we have become influencers, and I want to thank everybody who is an influencer in the SWTOR community.
Yeah,
that
you've
has
really welcomed us to it. It's really been
It's
nice.
been really nice. And I want to thank all of you. But at the same time, I want to do a contest just to get people involved and stuff. Now that we're visual, you can see my stupid face.
You can see me yawn all the time.
Oh, God. That was yawn number 8. So what we're going to do is, and I know people do this in game already, but we're going to do like one of those, what do you call them, screen cap contests. And I want you guys to send us a picture of your tune.
Your SWTOR tune.
A SWTOR tune. And the reason we decided to do this is because we're not just a SWTOR podcast. We do geek and pop culture and stuff, and Star Wars and everything else. Doctor Who, we talk about Game of Thrones. So one of the things I want to do was we're calling it hashtag SWTOR Superhero.
Yes.
Okay, so send us a picture of your tune that looks like some sort of, and it should be obvious, I hope. But if you have a tune that looks like the Joker, if you have a tune that looks like freaking Santa Claus, I don't care. Doctor Who, you know, Khaleesi, I don't really give a crap.
one of my trooper outfits makes me look exactly like Master Chief.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. So Will's not eligible, but if you guys, but send it in. We'll put a tweet up too after the show. But yeah, we just thought it'd be kind of fun. Get some people to send in their screen caps, and I'm hoping I'm going to put Eric Musk on the spot. I was hoping he could judge it, but if not, we'll do it randomly, and we'll throw some prizes out to you guys. So I just want to thank everybody who's been listening to us for 2 years, ranting and raving and doing weird things. This is what we love to do, even though, man, wouldn't it be cool to get paid for this?
I know, right? Wouldn't that be awesome?
But we don't.
No.
I mean, we have patrons,
We do.
which I love, and
We
some
do.
are here,
We-
so that's cool.
We love our patrons.
Yeah. All right. So, do we need anything else about the contest? There'll be some other prizes, cartel coins, sub time probably. I have some codes left for that. We'll figure out the prizes next week, and then I guess we'll give out the prizes on episode 86.
Yeah, it sounds good. Welcome Elise to the chat, and
Oh no, blocker!
she's already talking smack to you, Marshall.
What's up, Elise? How you doing? I'm glad you're here. But anyway, man. So should we get to Star Wars: The Old Republic?
Yeah, let's get into the SWTOR.
I might have some mentions for some people that are in there right now, but I have to have some control over bumpers, and it's a new thing, dude. Here we go.
You want to fight? I'm ready.
You do not have to stand against me. Instead, I will share all of this with you if you will only kneel.
I told him not to do it,
I didn't do it.
and I'm glad you didn't. You
I have
didn't do it.
a really inappropriate thing I do sometimes to that intro, and yeah, he won't let me do it on camera.
Yeah, and I will be at WOG this week in case anybody in the chat who is in WOG. I was gonna talk about that here in a minute, but I saw it in chat, so welcome, and I will be there. I can't wait.
Yeah,
You will not, because you suck.
No, well, it's a good thing we're actually recording at your place with being on video, because I did a speed test on my computer yesterday at my Wi-Fi, and it was a whole 11 kilobytes per second or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
It was really slow.
That's terrible. All right, so I mean,
Seriously, it was
it's
like
really bad. Dude.
I might as well have just heard the AOL online sound.
Oh, like the old timey faxy
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, that's cool. So anyway, we already said thanks to the influencers. So thanks again. We're in our actual SWTOR section. But it's really nice to be part of yet another group of folks that are doing cool things.
Yeah, and we're in another Twitter group.
Yeah, well, I only have like 8, so that's fine. So thanks again to Kidley for hosting us. Hopefully we don't let you down, and you've already not turned us off, so thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
And let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so first of all, I caught up over the weekend because I was out of town.
Yes, you were. Did you have a good
Again.
time?
I did. And this was not for a sad thing. This was for a, me and the wife kind of getaway thing. She bought that for me for Christmas, as
Right.
I said last week. So we were in Santa Cruz, cruising around. Cruising around our old stomping grounds
Were
and
you
stuff.
cruising
so it was kinda
around in
nice.
your old 6'4"?
Well, I mean, no, but but we had a really nice time. But one of the things the reason I'm bringing this up is I caught up on a lot of my podcasts while I was
awesome.
driving the kids. Everybody falls asleep, of course, and so I just want to give a quick shout out to some other folks in the community. Passionately Casual podcast, episode 28 called Power Up. They did mention that WOG was running again. I got all sad. I was like, oh, I'm not there, but I'll be there this week. Can't wait.
Awesome.
They did play our old bumper that we did, the first one,
Nice.
which I thought was pretty cool. What did we say? It was something like, what was it? Polywog. Remember that?
Polywog.
Yeah, that was fun.
If you played on both the Wookiee.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and also episode 144, of course, of Bad Feeling podcast is called Fractured My PV Penis. Holy crap. They talk about exploits and PvP and all kinds of stuff. You got to love those guys. I tried the feud going a little bit in Twitter chat today.
Well, stop complaining. Just rub some dirt on it. Get back in there.
Yeah, well, you heard it there. Also, we have was it episode 176 of Krillian Run, Time to Go Commando, which was an awesome episode as well. You didn't listen to it, I know, but I did.
No, I was just gonna say I almost always go to Commando.
And so that's something I would cut, probably. I might leave it in just for fun, because who cares? But anyway, also SWTOR Escape Podcast, episode 177, had a Conquest. They talked about Conquest again. I really like Max and Steamer. They're a lot of fun to listen to. So check them out. And of course, Utini Cast, episode 296 was out.
Okay, I'm sorry. Every time you say Utini Cast, in my head I hear Utini.
Well, good, because I think that's important.
Oh, it's the point. It's
Well, let's get to our weekend game, dude. What'd you do this week?
I did a lot of achievement hunting, and a lot of it was dealing with companions, because actually I'd realized that I had never finished the storylines for Scourge and Rusk on my Jedi Knight, so I never finished getting the bonuses throughout the rest for those.
Wait.
You know, the plus 10 for presents and.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So I did that, and so I got all of my tunes to 70.
Yeah.
So I'm at Galactic Commander, which is great. But now,
close to that.
but now I'm basically on my main all the time, and I have been running heroics through the Galactic command screen. So you get the bonus to command points and everything. So I'm up to, I think I hit 15 today.
Nice.
And
Catch up to me, dude. I'm around there somewhere.
Well, what I'm doing that for is because I'm also trying to get my my Wampa up to 50, and it's now I hit 48 today. And what I'm doing is I'm just constantly doing the heroics. I'm getting a ton of everything, and I'm just getting a ton of companion gifts and giving them to my Wampa. And
nice, dude.
And so I'm also trying to get all the tunes that need to do their kill 100 and kill thousands and stuff like that. So I just hit 1,000 kills with my Ithorian.
Yep.
And now I'm working on 1,000 kills with Rusk.
Nice.
201 Mox is awesome.
I knew that was coming.
And I'm
201 what?
He's two
Command?
command level.
Well,
but he has no life.
I love that Mox has no life.
But seriously, you're my hero, and 201 is awesome. That's a great job.
It's insanity, dude. I'm like 15-ish, maybe 16.
Yeah, I hit like 6 or 7 levels in just the since last weekend.
Good on you. Are you done?
What are you Kiwi now?
Oh, look, here's the thing, dude. I'm super sniffly. I wish I wasn't, but here I am. I'm pretending I'm not sick, so we're moving on.
Moving on.
I decided to yell at you just then, too. I have done almost nothing in game the last couple weeks for various reasons. But I logged in. I've been playing the G10 a little bit. I've got about 70 mil on my main.
Yeah, actually, I
Jealous?
I am,
Yeah.
but I'm getting a ton of credits through the heroics because
Oh, they're good credits.
just like three days ago, I was down to like 50K because I spent everything on the GTN to get a whole bunch of titles and emotes and pets and mounts and all that stuff.
Indeed.
And now I think I just broke 7 million again, and all I'm doing is heroics.
I'm so proud of you.
I know you are. You love me.
No, not really. But so I just been jumping in doing heroics. I've been trying to level that Merc. That's the other thing I've been doing. He's 60 something. I'd like to get him up there, and I'm working on companion affection. I've got, I think, 5 50s on my main.
God, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. But that's just credits. I just threw credits at it, and then clicked while I watched TV.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I just don't have the credits to do it.
Anyway, so we get to some news.
Let's get some news.
All right, so there's a couple things going on. There was and a lot of the other podcasts already covered. I'm just gonna gloss over it real quick, but there was a bug exploit with the fractured uprising. Apparently there was things happening. People were doing. No, I'm just kidding. You could skip a boss, I think, something like that.
But that was only on the veteran, right?
I believe so. Look, I don't know enough about it, and nor do I care. I'm yet to even do an uprising.
I haven't even done an uprising,
and I'd like to. And there's people in the chat. They're like, "You haven't done an uprising. You're not doing it right," and I'm not, and that's okay. But what they've said is they're not going to punish folks for it yet, or really at all. They're kind of taking responsibility for it on some level, and they're just kind of leaving it. And I think the plan is to fix the bug next week on Tuesday.
Okay.
So that's the idea. Also, there was an issue with the Season 7 rewards for PvP. There was a flip-flop with titles or something
Yeah,
like
I heard
that.
about that. But it wouldn't be a season of PvP if there wasn't an issue with rewards.
Right? It took them long enough to give out the rewards because obviously there was all of the cheaters,
Yes.
dirty cheaters. So here we are. Anyway, there was a Season 7 update along with that, basically saying they're ready to go. They've punished those people, and they deserve to be punished.
Yes.
Because I can't wrap my mind around a time where I would actually go out of my way to cheat in a video game that I pay money for every month. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, what's the point?
No, I don't see the point, but obviously somebody does. Anyway, here we are. And so we just had maintenance too, some back-end stuff, and next week we have update 5.1, I believe.
Yes, 5.1.
So we'll see what comes with that. There's no live stream this week. It would have been today.
Right.
And there wasn't one. So, we'll see what's coming down the pike, dude. I'm excited. So, are you done? Or you give me a look like something's happening?
No, I was just gonna say, we keep talking about, like, I haven't tried this yet, and we've been playing since beta.
Yeah.
And it baffles me to no end those people that say there's nothing good, there's nothing new in the game. I'm like, I can honestly say, I don't play as much as Mox, but I play a good amount.
We can hope to be like Mox one day.
I want to be like Mox.
Maybe when my kids go off to college or something, I'll be like, Mox, I'm ready. And he'll be like, dude, you're still playing that game?
Yeah, and actually, Mox makes a great point. He says that they justify doing the exploit by blaming the quote, the grind.
Oh, I see.
But the thing is, as an achievement hunter, I enjoy the grind. That's what I do.
I don't have anything else to do.
You
But grind.
just said that you haven't done the uprising.
No, but I don't have anything else to do but like grind things and stuff in my spare time because I don't have a lot of stuff that I don't do a lot of group content,
Right.
Unless it's a Friday night because it's the middle of the night and I'm super tired and I just log in to do grindy things. Like
that's a
that's
perfect example of something that I still have to do. Is I'm still only, I think, on level 4 of Valor and only 6 of
You're blowing it.
Social, and I'm like, I need to max those out because there's like certain gear that I want that I can't get yet.
Yeah, well, nobody wants that gear. Just kidding.
Well, I do because ultimately I am going to have a stackable closet.
Okay, I'm going to cut this. You have a lot of nerve bringing up stackable storage in our first live stream. How dare you?
I renamed it stackable closet.
Everybody knows what you're talking about. Anyway, are we done with SWTOR?
Mm-hmm. We are.
I feel like there was something else I was going to say about SWTOR, but I'm over it. All right, dude, let's get to Star Wars. We have actually kind of a lot. I knew you were going to do that, but
Pew
we have a
pew
lot
pew
more.
pew pew
You're
pew.
interrupting me.
I was ready to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for. Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
Yeah, what he needs to finish is blowing the Emperor, which is what the
Wow. Anyway, I kind of like that bumper's a little longer. It gives me a minute to recoup.
it does.
Anyway, here we are.
Pew pew.
So, welcome to the Star Wars section. If you've never been here before, it's a train wreck. No, we got a couple things in here, man. Actually, and I have quite a bit of Rogue One stuff I'd love to talk about with you tonight. So
Absolutely.
Let's start with this first thing. You throw this in there. That was yours.
Yeah, as we all know, Star Wars Celebrations is going to be at Orlando this year. Last year was in London. This year it's going to be in Orlando. And Disney World is going to be hosting Star Wars Galactic Nights during Star Wars Celebration. So they're really going all out on their synergistic capabilities.
What are they going to be doing? 'Cause I want to go.
I don't know. I didn't really see a lot of great details, but I'm guessing it's going to be, with Walt Disney World, they've got the Pleasure Islands. They could have a party thing going on. They could have
Pleasure Island's still there, right?
as far as I know.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, it was last time I was at Disney World, which was, what, 4 years ago?
Oh, they're just saying the event runs. Oh, it's a ticketed. Whoa, $129 for adults.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Wow. Oh, and tickets are on sale now. I bet they'll be sold out by the time anybody saves money for that. But they got a bunch of stuff in here. It has Rebel base activities, Star Wars photo ops. Let's see, Galactic Night Stars in Cars Motorcade. The procession will welcome in Star Wars celebrities down Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, so I'm guessing they're going to have like Felicity Jones and...
That's kind of cool. Imperial March and March of the First Order. I'm guessing that has to do with probably 501st. Oh, no, it says Captain Phasma will be there. Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
no, they've got their own thing.
Yeah, okay,
going on.
that's cool. And, yeah, a bunch of stuff. Scavenger hunt and some sort of
There's going to be a new fireworks set.
fireworks.
Yeah.
That's it.
New
Yeah.
fireworks display called the a Galactic Spectacular.
Nice. Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, Disney always puts on a good show.
But I'm not going to be there, and I don't have $130.
Well, you don't have the $5,000 to travel and sing and...
Look, man, I don't have a lot of things, but I do have this show, and I get to hang out with you, so that's something. See,
well,
that
you know
was
what I have? I've got a beer in my hand, and that's good for me right now.
that was my nice thing that I said about you.
It was, and I love you, man.
Okay, now we're done. All right, so James Earl Jones, 86.
And this guy still does not look his age.
Well, black don't crack. You know what I'm saying? No, but seriously though, he's still doing voiceover. He's still doing things. It's this badass. I love the fact that we haven't had to say a goodbye to James Earl Jones.
Or Betty White, who just turned 95.
Oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even put in the thing, so we mentioned it now.
Yeah, and according to Skeen just let us know that Pleasure Island did close. It's called Disney Springs now.
Oh, and I listen to that Disney Dish podcast all the time, and they talk about Disney Springs, and I couldn't put it together. Thanks, Skeen. That makes a lot of sense. They changed it.
Okay.
Right.
I hadn't heard about that. Like I said, I really don't follow Disney World stuff. I'm more of a Disneyland person.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't.
One day I'm going to take the girls to Disney World, and we're going to have a ball.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I've been twice, but
Oh, lucky you.
I got food poisoning the second time.
Okay. All right, so
It was not
NBC. Can I just do the next story?
Actually, I lost my SWTOR hat on the monorail, and I was able to get it back.
You lost your SWTOR?
Yeah, the black one.
What are you even talking about?
My SWTOR
Oh,
hat.
your hat.
I lost
didn't
my
hear what you
SWTOR
said.
hat
Oh, I see.
on the monorail at Disney World, and
Yeah.
luckily I was able to get it at Lost and Found the next day. Well, actually, 2 days later because I had food poisoning and we skipped a day.
I heard about the food poisoning. Are we moving on? I'm cutting this whole thing. All of that is going to be a big fat cut. All right, so NBC is going to re-air Carrie Fisher's Saturday Night Live episode. In fact, they've already done it. This is an old post. They did it. It was last week.
Oh, good, because she was a hilarious person.
And it was kind of cool. Along with this, they did the next story I have in here has to do with Saturday Night Live as well. And I don't know if you saw it, but Felicity Jones was hosting.
Yeah,
And Tina Fey came on as
Princess
Princess Leia, and it was just a really cool exchange. I have a link in the show notes for it. If you haven't checked it out, I have not, I guess, folded SNL into my weekly viewing yet, but I
Right.
always try to check clips out and stuff like
I
that.
follow SNL on YouTube, and so like if there's something huge that comes out of it, like I do need to see the skit that they did last week of Trump's press conference. So I do need to watch that.
One of our friends is talking smack about us. Guess who it is? I work with him. But anyway, yeah, you know who it is. So the point is I try to check it out as much as I can. It's brilliant these days, especially with the Trump stuff and all this stuff.
Well,
it's a lot of fun.
It's it's always gone through cycles, right? I mean, for every great year of like say 97 with Sherry O'Terry and Will Ferrell and all them, there's a 1985 with Anthony Michael Hall and Robert
Right.
Downey Jr. and Julia Louis-Dreyfus and Joe Piscopo.
Right.
So but right now they're at a high point with Kate McKinnon is fantastic,
And Keenan's been on there for like 12 years. He actually made a joke about
yeah, he's
it.
one of the longest running cast members of all time now.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
think
cool.
I think he's finally taken over Tim Meadows.
Yeah, Tim
And I
Meadows
think
is there
the
for a
only
while.
person he might be behind is Daryl Hammond.
Yeah, and this is not the pop culture section.
No,
we
it's
were
just-
talking about SNL and we got off on tangent, so here we go. Alan Tudyk got cussed out by Anthony Daniels. Do you see this?
I did not. What is this?
This is pretty funny. Okay, so there's a story that goes along with it. Okay, so it starts off as okay, so let me find it. Anthony Daniels went on about the suit that he had to wear it. This is Tudyk talking. Originally, they put the screws in my head and they closed it, etc. Right? He said, "Wait a minute, are you wearing an actual robot costume, or are they doing it in motion capture?" And Tudyk said, "Motion capture." And of course, the response was, "You shit."
in a very posh British accent.
Well, of course. And so then he added, and then I saw him at the premiere, and I said, "Hello again." And I said, "I'm going to ask you for notes when this is over, if you can please tell me how I did." And I saw him at the party afterwards. He came to him and he said, "Fuck you." And that's one of the best compliments that I've got. And I'm imagining this is Alan Tudyk, because Alan Tudyk is one of my favorite people on the planet.
Oh, he's hilarious.
And to have him take that from someone like Anthony Daniels and take it as a compliment, I think is super important.
Oh, absolutely.
And I like to imagine Anthony Daniels did mean it as that. But,
Yeah.
Or he was being a jerk.
And
but-
can we please recognize how Alan Tudyk is really starting to like hit every single
Oh, he's everywhere, dude.
yeah, every single fandom out there, because I mean, like, he was in Firefly.
Yeah.
He's, does Con Men. He was in Star Wars now. He's now going to be in Powerless, which is the DC
Right.
sitcom.
And I have something later about Powerless, too. We'll talk about.
And that looks really funny, by the way. And so, he's like all over. I mean, all we need him to do is start doing something Marvel.
So I don't know if Skeen's still there, but I had to put something in because I knew that we were going to do this live, and I had to put something about comics.
Yes.
Because I've not read a comic in like a smooth 4 months. And I put this story in here because it says Star Wars 26 preview reveals a Yoda backstory. Now, I think this comic has already come out. I'm so far behind, it doesn't even matter. Whether it's out or not, I'm sure we'll get corrected in a second. Whether it's out or not, I am intrigued enough to at least go back to that storyline and check it out. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
absolutely. Yeah, I keep downloading them every week.
Yeah.
I just have not fit it in there to. I mean, you've got stacks of them here.
Stacks. I have the physical ones. They're just sitting behind me. I feel like a crazy.
While we're here, let's just give a quick shout out to Skeen's new podcast called The Geeking Hour, which can be found on Podbean.
Skeen, you're the man.
Yeah, so be sure you check that out. It's in reference to a great old comic from the late 60s, early 70s called The Witching Hour, 12 o'clock The Witching Hour, which is a great supernatural comic that I read. And so be sure to check it out. Let's get him some listeners over on Podbean.
Yeah. Well, you could have waited till Podcast Corner because I was going to throw one out there, but it's fine.
How about
Don't. Okay.
Should I channel my Anthony Daniels here?
Nope. We're just going to move right through it. Rogue One news, dude. Rogue One.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We have some stories. There's an article in here. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but there are a bunch of, after The Force Awakens came out, and we found out Kevin Smith did a voice of one of the Stormtroopers.
Daniel Craig,
a bunch of people. So the same thing happened with Rogue One. There's an article in here. I didn't recognize a lot of the names, but there were a bunch of people that did cameos and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, like we've already talked about the fact that Ryan Johnson had a bit part in Rogue One, and Gareth Edwards is going to have a bit part in Episode 8.
Indeed. So that's going back and forth. Check out the article. Like I said, I didn't know the names enough to warrant it more time than that, but I still think it's cool that they do that. That they
Awesome.
get people in there to do it. So another story, Darth Vader's moment at the end was a very, very late addition, and that happened during the reshoots. Did you hear about this?
Oh no! You're talking about where he's looking at the
where he is kicking people's butts.
Oh, in the hallway?
Yeah,
He's one of the most recognizable villains in the world, but decades in the background allowed.
That's the first little glitch. Well, I say first.
Yeah.
All right, so it says it was a fantastic ad, the Vader action scene, with him boarding the ship and dispatching all those rebel soldiers. That was something conceptualized a little later, editor John Gilroy, who joined the project toward the end of the reshoots, told Yahoo Movies. The main structure was there, he clarified, but actual Vader going through the airlock and trying to get to the shuttle, Star Wars fans know as the as Tantive 4 moment, that was new. It was a really great punch in the arm and something I think fans wanted to see.
Oh, absolutely. It was one of the quintessential scenes in the movie.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it was hard to leave that movie right? Without that in your mind, because that
Yes.
was one of the last things you see. And if you're even kind of a Star Wars fan, that was kind of the moment for you. And I love that. I love.
Oh,
that scene.
absolutely. It gave it. You know, it's so funny is no matter how many times you watch A New Hope and you watch the beginning, it's I don't know if it's the panning, this very slow pan in the very opening of the scene,
Yeah.
whatever. But you never feel that urgency or the intensity of when they get boarded,
Right.
And this gives that much more.
Oh, for sure. And I haven't done it yet, and I'll probably do it when it comes out on
Watch
video
it
or whatever.
consecutively.
I will watch that and then watch episode 4 and see if I feel differently about it. Because like you said, you don't get that feeling. Obviously, they're being chased and they're boarded
Right.
and everything else. But if I had just seen that madness happening and then go
Yeah,
to
your heart's a little bit more up in your throat.
and then go into him confronting Leia.
Yes.
Right. That's
You're a rebel spy and a traitor.
Right. And it makes sense why he's hollering at her like that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So anyway, that's pretty cool. So what else we got? Oh, so the fate of the Hammerhead crew from Rogue One is revealed.
Oh,
as well.
because that's also one of the and we talked about this last week when we're hoping that the end of Rebels when it ends will mirror up with Rogue One,
right.
and that maybe they die in it because they're not in the following films, so they obviously have to
Right.
pull a Rogue One.
Well-
but what I love is to see that scene from their perspective because they're in that battle.
Well, and the article, I'll nutshell the article, I read it earlier. It basically says that you wouldn't be able to tell really from watching it, but when you see the Hammerhead again after that, you see that or during that scene or whenever, you see that all of the escape pods have been jettisoned. So
they all jettisoned and then rammed it in, and I'm sure there was a few
Yeah.
that stayed on to keep it going.
yeah, so you imagine at least most of the crew, it wasn't a suicide mission for that crew.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of cool. All right, so episode 8. When do you remember when we got the title for episode 7? It couldn't have been this close to the fact, right?
No, it was. I want to say it was.
Was it only like 6
Yeah.
months before?
I want to say something like I want to say early spring.
Maybe. I'd have to go back to our other shows. But anyway, this article is episode 8. The director, they've had the title forever. They just haven't said it. They said all in due time kind of thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, all right, cool. But I mean, that's the gist of the article.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of had to figure it.
I mean, they have the title, but it would be nice because we're getting so much Star Wars. Just keep feeding us stuff.
Yeah, I think one of the
when do you
reasons
think
why
we'll
they
get the title?
might not be doing it is because there's so many, and there's so many fantastic fan artists, but especially with the rise of like DeviantArt and Pinterest, you would get so many fan posters that are created, and you're still going to get them when it comes out.
Yep.
But I think they want to keep that in reserve to have more power over the title.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, I'm with you. So you think 5 months, 6 months?
Oh,
before?
Mox makes a great point that he thinks we'll see it at Star Wars Celebrations.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's only
And when
coming
is
up
that?
in, I think, April, March.
Somebody will say it. Thanks, guys.
But I think that's a great point, Mox. Good call.
Yeah. All right, so Han Solo. Diego Luna, kind of when he was asked about what was going, like, okay, so this is a weird story. It says, the title is Diego Luna avoids addressing whether his Rogue One character could appear in Han Solo movie. And we're talking about, which character are we talking about? I just lost it. Diego Luna, which one was he?
Cassian.
Yeah, Cassian. So, he said, you just never know in the gist of it.
There's two things we have to really follow with this here is that Lucasfilm has come out and basically said that the actors will not be appearing in any other films.
Right.
Right, but if you notice what he's saying, his character. And he said that he's been on his own fighting with the Republic since he was 8.
Okay.
And if you picture that the Han Solo and, obviously Han Solo and Lando film is going to be taking place at least a good 15 years before Rogue One, I'm guessing.
Imagine so.
10 to 15 years, then you could see a Cassian role
Right.
played by a younger character.
I can see that.
And thank you, Kidley says April 13th to 16th is Celebrations.
Sweet. That's my anniversary weekend.
Yes, it is.
April 13th, 10 years. Wow, right?
I know, you were married on Friday the 13th.
I was. It was a good day. It rained the next day, so.
It did. It was a beautiful day. I was
People
there.
were like, "Oh, you're gonna do it on a Friday." I said, "Yes, I am."
I was wearing sandals.
So was I. What a time. Okay, so back to this. Yeah, man, I think it's interesting because they bring up in this article the fact that you see Saw Gerrera and some other ones from Rogue One show up in like Rebels.
Right.
So we'll kind of see what happens. I'm all right with this. What else we got here? Woody Harrelson. He talks about how exciting, of course, and mind-blowing it is to be in a Han Solo role or in the Han Solo movie. And then he also kind of says what he's going to be doing. What do you think? Let's see if we were right. Yeah, he did confirm it is a mentor role.
Right, which he kind of,
about.
I mean, he kind of had to.
He says, I'm a mentor to Han, but I'm also a bit of a criminal, he said. I don't think I should say much more than that because the Force is not allowing me to.
Yeah.
See what he did there?
Makes a lot of sense.
Woody, it says, okay. So anyway, it's not much to go on, but again, it would be, I think we were on the right track, what we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
So
I want to go back to Rogue One really quick for a
please
second.
do. Can't wait.
It just dawned on me that a great little fan service thing that they could have done, that they didn't, is they really could have just had like they did, they had a passing mention of Hera.
Yeah.
Right? They could have.
She said Captain Syndulla
right,
at some point.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you see the ghost. If they had a passing mention of Poe's parents,
Mm-hmm.
because we know they're. I mean, I would guess they'd be in that battle, because one's a ground force. So if the dad was one of the ground forces that had volunteered,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
and the mother was a pilot, one of the premier pilots, she would have been there.
Yeah.
Obviously, because they were obviously at the battle of Yavin 4.
Yavin 4, yep.
It only makes sense that they would have been at Jeddah as well.
Yeah, I can see that, dude.
That would have been a really cool little fan service nugget to throw in.
Yeah, we'll see how it all goes down.
Sorry, yeah, back to the show outline.
Wait, does the guy on the left ever use the name Trash and SWTOR? No, I don't know. Why? Do I sound like someone else? That's a weird question. I don't know. Someone asked me a question. I'm just trying to. I happen to look at the chat for once.
Yeah.
Do we know that's Hera and not her father? No, I guess we don't.
We don't, but it was actually given the title of captain, and that was her title.
Yeah.
As far as we know, we're still. I think we're still 3 years away.
Well, and if you think about it too, in Rebels, there is that back and forth between her and her father, so it could have been one or the other, right?
It could have been, but I think he was an admiral.
Oh, was he a different rank?
Yeah, he was a different rank. She was
Okay.
a captain. I think he was a higher rank.
Well, I know she was a captain, but I don't know if he was higher rank or not. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he was. That'd be something to look into.
Yeah. We'll have to check that out.
But yeah, I'm almost positive. Plus the fact that they've actually come out and said that the ghost was there, so it would just make sense that it would be her.
Well, and there's those screenshots too. Then that one ship does look very much like the Ghost.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah. Well,
right.
plus you see it in the hangar as well.
Yeah. And just to confirm, even though I may sound like this person named Trash, all of my tunes in SWTOR are named elegantly.
They are, and he is sick right now, so he doesn't sound like he normally does.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
I do have a cold. Well, so there's that.
But thank you,
I almost
Death
forgot.
Row,
Thanks for reminding me.
But thank you, Death Row, for watching.
Oh, I'm glad you're here, dude. So should we get to our last section, dude? Because
Absolutely, it's time for the usual roundup.
I feel like all this is going so fast. I don't know. I'm joking. Okay, let me get the bumper going here. What are we doing? Oh, I was gonna change this bumper this week.
You were, because we're gonna try to do something like Woody's Roundup.
Yeah, I can change it in post if I want to, but it'll probably just be.
I can't imagine any kind of future where I'm a hero. Well, you're not. In the future, none of you are heroes. You're legends.
Can I just say how excited I am that the Berlantiverse is coming back on Monday?
I knew you were gonna say that, and if you didn't say it, I was gonna say it.
I am very excited, and I'm still very disappointed in you that you're way behind on Supergirl.
I could not be more behind on Supergirl.
It is so good.
I know, dude. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying I'm watching shows. I watched a few shows, dude, that you haven't watched, and I'm angry at you that you haven't watched.
Hey, I finally watched Stranger Things.
Yeah, how was that?
It was all right.
Oh, whatever.
I was disappointed. You know what's funny is you watched Stranger Things when I watched Westworld, and now you're watching Westworld as I just finished Stranger
I have
Things.
one episode of Westworld left.
Westworld is phenomenal.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. But
Stranger
the last
Things is
episode's
good.
a freaking hour and a half.
It is. What I really loved about Stranger Things was the whole 80s vibe. It was great, and it really reminded me of.
You're letting our viewers down a little bit.
No, I'm not.
Because every single person in the chat right now is a fan of Stranger Things, right?
No, I'm a fan. It's well done. I'm looking forward to season 2. But what I loved about Stranger Things is that it gave me the very similar way, because it takes place in 84, 85?
Something like that.
I was 9 years old in 84, so I'm right about the same age as the boys that are in
right,
it
you're old.
when it takes place. And so it reminds me a lot of like how I felt when I saw Flight of the Navigator,
Yeah.
or when I saw
I love Flight of the Navigator.
Batteries Not Included, or Explorers, or Mazes and Monsters, and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, all right, dude.
But Westworld just took me to a totally different place. And as an adult trying to grasp stuff like that, I enjoyed that better.
As an older adult, or
Let's just say nostalgically, Stranger Things was cool.
Yeah,
but as
that's
challenging the way my mind worked, I enjoyed Westworld better.
well, what's cool is we have 0 articles about either show.
Absolutely. It's
So
not funny.
I'm glad we spent 5 minutes talking about that. So let's talk about the first thing you got in here. I don't
Yeah,
know what
well,
this
first
is.
of all, we're going to do some real reviews, and
Yeah.
we're going to have a little TV section first. And American Horror Story has been renewed for 2 more seasons. They just wrapped up season 6. They've already been signed up through season 7, so they're now signed up through, I believe, 8 and 9.
I haven't watched a single episode, and
It is really, really enjoyable. Murder House is still phenomenal.
I hear it's kind of hit or miss season to season. But
It is. Murder House is phenomenal. Asylum is really good. The ending is a little wonky. Coven is really good.
Yeah.
I really did not get into Freak Show at all.
Okay.
I hear Hotel is phenomenal. I haven't watched it yet. Lady Gaga actually won a Golden Globe for it. I'm really interested to watch Roanoke Nightmare, which is the most recent season because it's very meta. But I really want to watch because it touches back to all the other seasons. So I've got to finish watching Freak Show and Hotel before I can get into Roanoke Island. But
Totally.
still, if you ever want to watch it, watch Murder House because it is phenomenal. What I really love about it is, as a historian, it really brings in historical people. Like in Murder House, it touches on the Elizabeth Short Black Dahlia murder.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Hey, do me a favor. Next time we do this, make sure I switch the sections because I had switched to a section up till now. I just changed it.
Oh, I totally didn't even realize it. Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, all right. So Game of Thrones, a couple things. They have not renewed season 8 yet.
Go ahead.
No.
What I was going to say is the reason being is because they haven't solidified an episode count yet.
Right.
They had constantly been hearing rumors that it was going to be 6 episodes because there's going to be a total of 14 left.
Yeah.
And they're doing, I believe, 8 for season 7, and they were going to do 6 for season 8.
Right.
But the production company is really trying to push them into doing, I think, 9 or 10 episodes, and that's why they haven't signed it officially yet.
And I what I imagine when I read this is exactly what you just said. They're like, can we do more, not less? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it makes a ton of sense to kind of hold out for season 8 and try to get at least 1 or 2 episodes more than they're already.
Yeah, well, they're also really trying to tie in a lot of because there are going to be some spin-off shows.
Yeah.
And one of the ones they're really looking into is Dunk and Egg.
Okay.
Which is the prequels that take place about 100 years ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it follows Egg, who becomes the king of from House Targaryen.
Right.
I mean, he is the younger brother of the guy who was at the wall.
Yeah. So and while you talked about spinoffs, the next article I have in here briefly addresses it. It basically comes down to they're talking about it, they're exploring it. There's no scripts. They're not even close to saying let's do it. But
oh, absolutely not. They're still filming season 7,
Yeah.
and that is actually going to show up later than normal.
Right. And I think it makes more sense to do the spinoffs. I think rather than trying to continue with what maybe George R. R. Martin is thinking about doing, going back in the past and doing that. I
Yeah,
think
well,
that
he's
makes
already
more sense.
released 3 novellas
Right.
based around Dunk and Egg, and he says he has 2 more in the works. He's already released a history of Westeros.
Right.
And he's also in the works of a massive history called Blood and Fire, which is a history of House Targaryen. So there is a lot more content that they really can delve into.
Agreed.
And I agree with Death Row here. You just put in
I was
our
just about to
comment
text
that
him
season
back.
2 of Westworld is way too far away.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be out till 2018.
Oh, shoot, yeah. And there was some. Well, we'll talk about this when we get to Marvel because I want to talk to you about that a little bit. I
Right.
think maybe we talked about it a little bit last week, but all right. So I had to throw this in here somewhere, because I can't wait for this movie.
Yeah, well, we're talking about the Tupac Shakur biopic, All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't seen the trailer yet, it's
Right.
phenomenal.
Oh, is there a trailer?
Oh, there has been. I don't know.
Did I miss it?
No, we saw it in the theater.
Oh, we did, huh?
Yeah, I can't remember what we saw it on.
Is that what this is? Ooh.
We might be watching a trailer here, folks. 1 second.
No, wait, hold on. Nope, that's not what that is. Okay, that's something else.
We'll search in YouTube for the trailer.
Well, now that we're doing it, dude. I mean, I don't want to get my Logan thing messed up, but let's do it real quick. We're living on the edge, guys. Tupac.
Just search All Eyes on Me trailer.
All Eyes.
A Z.
Did we see this in the theater? We did.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was on.
Vice President said about it. Kill innocent black folk every day. Quails coming after me. But I'm used to people coming at me. You feel? This shit been happening my whole life. But you know what I gotta say to
Can you guys hear it? I'm assuming you can hear it.
these motherfuckers? If you wanna know what I gotta say to these motherfuckers? Unlike you, my constituents ain't but T watch the motherfuckers. The hustlers, street soul. Ain't much trying to get off welfare.
Black leaders, you have both sides on your back.
I ain't no black leader.
They are gonna